because I'm not a mommy vlogger. That's not what I am. I'm not a mommy vlogger. Leave me alone. I'm not a mommy vlogger.
Hi, curselings. Today we are talking about this mad mama. Now, when we last left off, Veronica had officially gotten a court date for her house to decide whether or not it will be condemned. That hearing is at the beginning of December. In the time since, Veronica has put out a series of updates that have been mostly non-tent. A lot of the same old plus bed rot. Reddit also found the public record of Veronica's impending court date, which some misinterpreted to mean that she was also arrested. Veronica would actually address this belief, stating that if she had been arrested, that it was news to her.
Hey girl, tell us the scoop on your arrest on the 2nd of this month. Why don't you tell me, because this is the first I'm hearing of it. What was I arrested for?
She also indicated that she had gotten another quote, in that she met a guy through a friend who said that he could fix her roof for free or something.
So yeah, I'm feeling pretty optimistic today. Somebody that I met recently said that they can fix my roof and my lead problem, and they won't even charge me. And he's supposed to come over like next week and take a look at everything. I'm cautiously optimistic. Like, I don't want to get my hopes up, put all my eggs in that basket. I'm still considering selling my bus if that doesn't work out, but if this person is legit, that would solve like 99% of my problems.
So we've gone from $7,000 to $3,000 to free. And still no tangible paper quote to prove that it's not just another carrot on a stick for her audience's continued sympathy and support. Okay, now Veronica is saying that this random guy will be doing the labor for free.
Oh, and while I have you guys here, if you're still listening, I'm hopefully got somebody come in to fix the roof this week.
But she will probably need to pay for the materials.
I don't know how it's going to work out exactly, because he said he would do the work for free, but I probably still need to fund supplies. Like, obviously I just made some money, so I'll have that, but I don't know if I'm gonna need any more. So if anyone still wants to donate, I do still have the GoFundMe in the bio.
Which she figures will be a few $100s. No?
He said he would do the work for free, but I don't think he wants to pay for the dump fees. That's probably going to be hundreds of dollars, I don't know, and supplies and stuff. But yeah, he'll do the work for free.
We still don't know the scope of the damage and or the amount of work that it would require to fix said damage, let alone the cost of materials. Veronica also says that this benevolent contractor man will be coming out in a few days to take a look and let her know if he can even do it.
I guess I'll let you guys know more once he comes out and takes a look at it.
So again, no quote or signed work contract, just a hope and a prayer, I guess. Oh, and she's hoping he'll let her film him fixing her roof because, of course, it's content.
I'll see if he wants to be recorded. Maybe, maybe we can make a video together about it. That'll be fun, right? I don't know. I'm feeling optimistic. I'm excited.
But that's not what this video is actually about, because apparently Veronica also used the GoFundMe money. Yeah, heard that right. She used the money. Now, you may recall me mentioning in a previous video that Veronica has a bunch of unpaid property taxes and that she was behind on her water bill.
Only procrastinators will understand. I am so happy because I paid my water bill on time. Like, I didn't wait for a disconnect notice or anything. I just paid it.
Where apparently to even start a payment plan.
So I applied for a grant to get my roof fixed, but I'm behind on my property taxes. So I have to get on a payment plan, which is about $1,700.
She needed to make a deposit towards the balance of $2,100.
And I had to pay $2,100 to get on a payment plan for my property taxes and to pay my water bill. So obviously I was paying that with my own money too.
Which at the time I misunderstood as being the entire outstanding balance, which, no. That's just what she needs to pay up front, to then pay off the remaining balance in manageable monthly installments. Well, in a TikTok she put out yesterday, Veronica admits to using her GoFundMe to pay the deposit. What?
My GoFundMe did raise $1,600. A little of that had to go towards the property taxes, or I was going to lose the house anyways. Not all of it.
As for those of you who have been following this story since June, you'll likely remember that Veronica initially made her GoFundMe to specifically fix her roof, not pay her taxes, as she was hoping her following would pony up the cash to help her in the 30-day time frame her Hail Mary extension at the end of August had afforded her. But she didn't. And by the end of September, Veronica had to face the sobering reality that her subscribers weren't going to bail her out. Probably because she wasn't taking meaningful action or showing any actual progress to resolving the problem to warrant an outpouring of donations. Because people tend to want to see that when you ask them for money. I don't know. Crazy, right? So Veronica repurposed her GoFundMe, changing it to a more general purpose of finding housing, as she was now coming to terms with the fact that she could very well be homeless.
That's actually, I changed the GoFundMe. I have given up on the idea of fixing the roof. I think I have to raise way too much and there's just not time. So I've changed it. I'm going to try to sell the house. And my goal now is to get enough money to help us get first month's rent, second month's rent, and security deposit. I feel like that should be enough to get us through until I heal from my surgery.
Leading her to begin a half-assed apartment hunt in September, which she complained loudly about because rent is just too damn high.
And so I haven't rented in like 9 years, and in that 9 years, rent went from $700 for a whole house to damn near $7,000. You're like, how was I supposed to know that was going to happen?
Yeah, welcome to reality, bestie. During this time, Veronica also waffled on whether to sell her house and even claimed to have reached out to a realtor. Eventually, though, and after a lot of hemming and hawing and talking it out with her paying subscribers / hug box, Veronica decided to keep the house because even dilapidated, even condemned, it'd still be cheaper to fix than to try and buy another. A decision I actually agree with, if Veronica can actually plan appropriately for the future and the cost it would take to fix her house up properly, like getting actual quotes from licensed contractors, which are free.
Okay, so the roof guy said yes, to fix the whole roof would be $20,000 to $25,000, but he doesn't have to fix the whole roof to get it up to code. So I only need to come up with about $7,000 or $8,000 in order to not be condemned, which is way more doable. So I'm just gonna leave the GoFundMe as it is. Like, if we go to court and I say to the judge, hey, you know, I just need a little bit more time, I've already got a guy, you know, I've already raised the money or something, you know what I mean? Like, there's already somebody working on it. I feel like he'll be a little bit more lenient versus if I show up and just be like, yeah, I don't have anything going. You know what I mean? So I feel like there's still hope in saving the house. And CPS said that if we fix the roof, they'll take care of the lead. And if the lead is taken care of, the babies can come home. So if anybody wants to donate, it's in my bio and it helps my family. And
But I digress. Veronica also bragged in September and October about the amount of money she was making through social media as a kind of way to justify posting videos and vlogs instead of taking more tangible action like getting a job.
So I'm actually supposed to be training for a part-time job. I can't do full-time yet because of my health issues. And this is just because I know the owner. So she's gonna like let me come in and work sometimes. So
And I don't know, keeping it.
Listen, I'm gonna get a regular job after my surgery, geez, but right now I want to grow my social media because social media will make me a lot more money.
Veronica even claimed that her social media earned her a few $1,000s each month for her efforts, money that she said she would also be putting towards taxes in October.
my next payout is tomorrow, and it's only going to be like a little over $2,000. That's my TikTok payout. I get more money later in the month, but I'm probably gonna need that for groceries because I'm not getting food stamps right now.
Yet, despite her alleged social media income, Veronica is now saying that she had to access her GoFundMe money to help pay her taxes, an amount that never surpassed $1,700, by the way. This, in turn, has led a bunch of folks in her anti-community to once more wonder if this is misleading her audience and or misappropriating the funds, as paying her taxes is not what the GoFundMe was intended for. Keep in mind, Veronica has had since July to start setting the money aside for the taxes, where decisions like recertifying her food stamps instead of buying groceries outright, for example, would have helped her towards that goal. In fact, her YouTube revenue for August alone, which she would have received in September, would have made a big dent in that $2,100 deposit.
So I posted another hey, GoFundMe reminder because we really aren't even close. Because if we can't save the house, if we don't raise enough to save the house, I don't know what I'm going to do. Gotta buy another house maybe? I don't know if I can sell this house. I don't know what's going to happen. So it will really still help to have some money to get us through. I have been posting more on social media. Like I said, my YouTube made almost $700 this month. So thank you to everyone. I really appreciate it.
Not to mention her TikTok payment in September, which was also supposed to be something like $2,000.
My social media, ever since I got back into posting, has been doing much better. This week alone, I've made over $1,200 just from posting vlogs and stuff on social media, vlogs and shopping videos and whatnot.
Not to mention, had Veronica kept posting throughout September and especially October to maintain that revenue momentum like she said she was trying to do, she'd have had more money this month to round out any amount she'd saved. But she didn't. She even had an excuse for why she didn't.
I know I haven't been posting. I have a lot of stuff I can post. I've been really stressed out and wasn't really sure if I want to change how I do my TikToks.
So I gotta ask, do you, I'm addressing her stans who like to call me a liar, see why the rest of us so-called haters have a problem? Are you getting it yet? Is it sinking in yet? Because full transparency, curslings, I donated to Veronica's GoFundMe, mostly because I'm a sucker. Because at that moment, in late August, my only thought was the kids. As a mother, that's where my mind went. Because foster care isn't necessarily going to be better for all of them. It sure as hell wasn't for her teen daughter Dee, who had a horrific foster care experience.
Funny, everybody I tell the full story to said the foster parents sound like horrible people, Mom.
Yeah, well, they were.
Instead of the part where the foster people were foster parents are telling them, where they're just telling them their part and not anything that they've done to me, I told them the actual story, including what I did and what they did.
How come you only have it on one side?
What is it?
Is that a stylish thing?
It's rubbed off.
No, I mean it's like a fashion statement. You don't gotta hide it. Just own it. Just be like, yep, that was on purpose.
No.
So I donated, because I'm a sucker. I donated hoping naively that maybe Veronica would get her shit together, that she'd get a quote.
Okay, so I haven't heard back from that landlord on the rental, and I realized maybe I need to revisit the idea of fixing the roof and staying here. So I've got a roof guy coming tonight. I was driving home and I saw a sign and I was like, I'm just gonna call. And he seems like he's local. Maybe I can get him to take payments. I don't know. We'll see.
That she'd finally get her ass in gear and be a fucking adult. If not for herself, then for those kids. But she didn't. She hasn't. And I guess I just really need to stop expecting people to not be shit. Anyway, instead, Veronica used the funds from that GoFundMe to deal with years of unpaid taxes, which, again, isn't what that GoFundMe was for. And while I am happy that she got onto a payment plan, if only because it's one less reason for her kids to lose their home or to continue to face instability or unnecessary stress or whatever, which I don't want to see happen, it pisses me off. This pisses me off because I kind of maybe sort of stumbled upon something when I was looking up the court info for her upcoming hearing. Specifically, I found this tax warrant from 2022. for almost $6,000 worth of unpaid taxes from 2016 and 2018. So well before Veronica bought the $20,000 fixer-upper with hers and Jax's stimulus checks.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 M's in my bank account.
Yeah. Now, it's unclear whether these are the taxes she's currently talking about, or if the amount she owes also includes this, let alone whether she's made any payments towards this particular amount. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. What I do know is that in December 2023, her kids joked about losing their house because of unpaid taxes.
This was 70-something cents. Mother, wait, Mother, it's for a homeless man. You don't, Mother.
This is like $2.
Mother, it's for a homeless man. You're not homeless. It's not for me. It's not for me. It's not for me.
After we lost the house because we couldn't pay the taxes, all the snacks have been the best thing.
Meaning that Veronica has been well aware of this problem for more than a year. She'd have to be to owe such a large amount of money. And worse, that her kids know about it. At the time, I had assumed, my mistake, that her tax problem was a relatively recent problem, stemming from her split from her husband Marty in 2021.
Do I get child support for any of my 11 kids? And the answer is no. My most recent ex, who is my second husband, he gets a child tax credit and he uses that to pay the electricity. He will come over and help if I need help with anything.
And that all of this was just a problem that had compounded from that split. But especially when her content frequency slowed significantly in the first half of 2024 due to depression and health concerns.
Hi guys, it's this mad mama. Everybody keeps asking me, where have you been? And I'm right here. I just been under a lot of stress, been dealing with some things like drama with my ex and with my health.
So that when Veronica said things like, I prioritized X, Y, and Z because I knew I'd be making more money, I could understand her logic. As stupid sounding as it was, I understood, figuring that she had probably fallen onto hard times like she claimed and was just really fucking bad with money, but that she was trying in her weird, stupid way. But again, I'm also a sucker, so it is what it is, which seems to be that Veronica has a history of not paying taxes, of this kind of thing being a problem, because this tax warrant goes back as far as 8 years, meaning this isn't a recent problem. She's had ample time and income from her social media revenue. After all, she can make $10,000 a month if she wants to.
Do you know that I make between $1,200 and like $10,000 a month on social media?
To get onto a payment plan and get it sorted before she ended up in her current situation, but she didn't. It also recontextualizes that 10 grand she spent at Christmas in 2023, nearly 9,000 of which was on presents and stocking stuffers alone. Credit cards or not. Not to mention her frivolous spending over the last 4 years in general. Begging the broader question, was she ever going to fix her house up? Because if Veronica can't even pay her taxes when she does have the money, like investing it into things like Dogecoin instead.
I bought Dogecoin, was that last year? When everyone was buying it, and it went down initially, and I was like, fuck, I've lost a lot of money. Like, I put $1,000 into it thinking it was gonna like double, you know?
It doesn't sound like she would actually use the money she does have to make meaningful repairs, now does it? Suddenly that I'm a DV survivor who has fallen onto hard times, I didn't even want to make a GoFundMe, I wanted to do this on my own, takes on an entirely different tone, doesn't it? Veronica has recently admitted that she bought this house knowing it needed to be fixed up.
Again, I know I bought a fixer-upper. I don't regret that it's a fixer-upper. It just sucks that I don't know how to fixer-upper it. And the cost is
astronomical.
Repairs that she claims she put off because she thought they weren't that big of a deal and she wanted to get things on the inside dealt with first. And that buying a house she couldn't afford to fix up was still the right decision for her family at the time.
So I'm just saying, I did what I had to do for my family. I made the right decision for my family at the time. Yes, the house has problems, and it sucks that the painting over the lead wasn't enough. That is probably the saddest part about it, is I thought we did everything right. Sometimes you just don't know.
Meaning that she was willing to take any port in a storm, add in her unwillingness to actually get a proper quote from a licensed contractor to even ballpark an estimate, the lack of any actual movement on selling her belongings, downsizing, fixing her credit rating, getting her student loans forgiven, etc., and then farming the cost of her roof repair, her moving costs, or whatever, to her following by way of donations. Has this mad mama been scamming her audience this entire time? I guess we'll see. But my money's on yeah, this is a grift. And I'm calling it now. The guy offering to fix her roof will fall through for whatever reason, and Veronica will do another sympathy tour for donations, and then another after her house is likely condemned by the city. And again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Let's just hope that no one else falls for her bullshit. Anyway, that's it for me. I want to thank everyone for liking, commenting, and subscribing, with a big, big thank you to my mods and members. You guys are rad, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!